the goods they are sending and then bring it to the post office. Once they bring it to the post office, what the counter officer needs to do is to swipe the QR code into the CDS server after cross-checking what they are sending and confirming that what was declared, there is no prohibition, and that also all items that are to be shipped have been actually uploaded on the ECDS. Now, we have a major issue up to now on the sender address and also upload of the packet content. And I want to draw our attention, as I'm sure the target audience are postal controllers, to emphasize this particular point. And that is, if the line of addressing says name, house number, street, city, please, it is envisaged that you are going to fill in those details as they are, one by one. But in most cases, what we have now, which compromises the data quality, is that you just put name, they will now go down and just put maybe Benin City. Now, the output of what has been uploaded is not complete, because it is expected that you are going to put the name of the sender, the address of the sender, starting with the house number, the street. Postcode are required in some places where in some areas they call it zip code. Then another major important aspect is also the telephone or email. Now, our inability to correctly complete the data as it is required compromises the quality of our data. And you see that we will have captured the event on the CDS, but the data quality is poor. As such, they will mark us as if we have not done it. And that is one of the major issues that we are facing now in terms of our upload of data, the integrity of the data that is uploaded. Again, the packet information. You are expected, if there is 10 shirts, you will now put the shirts, if they are the same and the value is the same, and multiply the number of the shirt with the value and get the total value. But in most of the declarations we do, you may just put shirts, one, put the value, and maybe there are 3 or 4 shirts. The declaration is not complete if it does not state one by one the items that are contained in that packet. So once they are not there, it has also compromised the integrity of the data. And it means that the data has no quality, and also we are going to score low on that. So point of emphasis again is the address field must be filled as they are. Name, number, street, town, country, zip code, telephone number, to ensure that the data has integrity and quality. The items, if it is 2 mobile phone, 2 Infinix mobile phone, value 10 naira times 2, 20 naira. So I want to hammer seriously on that for the integrity of our data and the quality of our data. Please, as postal controllers, it is your duty to ensure from time to time you do a snap visit to the counters and observe what is done by the counter operatives, and then also be able to correct them on what they are doing. So the outdoor way for correct data upload is ITMAT. That is item attributes. Item attributes shows what is being shipped, what is the date of shipment, who is the consignee, who is the consignor. So from what I'm saying previously, if you did not fill in all those inputs correctly, what will come out will not show all the attributes that are needed, which form the ITMAT. ITMAT stands for item attribute. ITM is item, ATT is attribute. So upload of the packet content correctly is of extreme importance. Please, the product output of everything we do is very important. So also that of the ECDS. So it's not enough for you to just put the item on the CDS without itemizing the items that are issued. The data is not complete and the score will be 0. That is why at times you see that some people will say they have uploaded the ECDS, but the system will be showing nothing. Now, what are the dangers or the disadvantages or the pitfalls of not doing the data or uploading the data correctly? Outright returns of items from destination DO. You can imagine after we have collected these items, process them, move them from the office of acceptance to their office of exchange, which is Lagos, ship them through an airline to destination country, and as soon as it reaches destination country, the border post, that's the custom, will not process it in because it does not have complete CDS or it does not have item attribute. I think at the moment we have had issue with the US. The US have invoked the Stop Act on our items because our CDS declaration is not complete. Not that we don't do it, but it's not complete. As such, if it is not complete, it will not show that the declaration has been done because the item attribute will not be sent. So this is a very important issue that I want us to please put our minds on and ensure that the little knowledge we have had of the EAD from this presentation, and of course, if we ask also to be sure that we make sure that the data quality of the counters that have been given as an output qualifies so that we don't do a job that is half done and we think we have done it. Of course, part of what we need to ensure, this one, of course, is not your purview, it's the purview of the manager ICS, IPS, and by extension, the director ICT. Server online 24 hours, 24 hours power supply, and then also 25 hours, 24 hours interconnectivity. This aspect is very important. Some of the unreliability of these three things I said at times lead to data loss, so that you will have uploaded your ECDS in the office. Unfortunately, if the server is down and there is no backup server to store the data, pending when there is the server is up, that data is lost, and what you have done is gone forever. Then 24 hours power supply also. If there is no light, the server will go down. If you upload at your end, it's not interfacing with the server, data will be lost. So also the internet connectivity. So in essence, the quality of the data can be compromised by lack of effective declaration and also an extraneous factor to the field officers in availability of the data running 24 hours. So in a nutshell, that is the little information I want to pass to you on the EAD. I hope I'm able to pass a message. I don't know whether I was too fast to allow the quick grabs of what we're trying to portray. I think, Felix, we can now give room for feedback. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. We have, if you have any question for Mr. Abraham, for Dr. Abuzoka, please just indicate by raising your hands. Sorry. We are going to call you immediately so that they can attend to the questions. So we have Ayawale Ashuru. Your hands are up, so you can go ahead and ask your question, please.
All right. Yes, sir. So thank you very much, sir. So once again, Mr. Kim Ashuru. So I am Ashuru. My question goes to so you made mention of that customer declaration stuff like, and then your example, that's what I want more clarity on. So that when you use clothes, that okay, if it's too, say okay, that for so that's how we declare. But I'm not looking at in a case that since we deal with kg, that we weigh them. So since that okay, we are selling food items that
I'm afraid you are breaking. I don't know whether it is my network or it's your network, but your question is seriously breaking. Felix, is it my own? You people had it very well.
No, sir.
Hello, sir.
Can you try to change the location of your internet connectivity so that we can get you? The question, you are breaking when you are asking the question, and there are a lot of air in the background.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. You in your honest, that's what I'm trying to get a clarification on. That okay, if we are sending like clothes or phone, 1, 2, or 3, and then we know the value of it, let's say 2 naira. So we have to multiply by the declaration of declaration. So I'm not looking at okay, we deal with kg, then we measure by kg when we are sending items. So that's where I'm looking at declaration. Okay.
In the declaration on CDS,
yes,
you don't have anything to do with kg. Please, can other people mute themselves? You are disrupting the. Yeah. What when you are doing the declaration, I don't think it has to do it has anything to do with kg first. The kg is for you to weigh the whole item when you are finished, to know what is the kg one and to know whether you have passed the kg weight or not. Now, when you are doing the declaration, when you open the custom declaration console, you now start listing your items one by one. Now, if you have 4 t-shirts and the 4 t-shirts are of the same make and the same value. Now you now write t-shirt, okay? You now put the value of the t-shirt. You now multiply each of the t-shirts by the value, because any person shipping a good should have come with an invoice for you. And that invoice, just as when you go to the market to buy things, when you buy 2 shoes, they say 2 shoes, unit price this, total this. Now, you are going to follow it to declare it like that one by one. Similar goods, you put them together and then you get your total. Of course, there is a place you put the weight. You need to declare every item that is going to go into that packet. And of course, you are going to put the weight of those items alongside one by one. And by the time you finish doing, when you have the total value of the shipments, you also see the total weight down there. I don't know if I'm clear enough with this explanation. Perhaps if it's not clear enough, Abraham, maybe if I don't understand him, you can come in to complement this question. This is the answer.
No, the answer is okay, sir. And it's straightforward.
Yes, I don't know, Mr. Ashiru, whether it's correct. Our answer to you is what you are looking for, or you are not still clear. Okay, I think you need to unmute him, Felix, so that he can feed us back. Or if they can use the text.
All right, sir. I think you are very clear, sir. So I think I got that. So that we need to like get the value of the customer.
You are still thinking. If you are still thinking, let us know where you are not very clear, so that. All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you too. Felix, I think we are through with Ashiru. We lost you, Felix.
Idris, on mute now. Idris, on mute. Okay, the Idris actually raised his hand before, but currently now is nowhere to be found. So are there other questions before our facilitators will leave us? Are there questions? Are there areas that you want to get more clarification, more understanding of how the process works?
Yeah, Felix.
Yes, sir.
There's one point I want to add to what Mr. Azuka said.
Okay, sir.
That is on the issue of goods and documents, because so many people has been asking me question concerning that. You see, any item that contains goods must be entered to IPS and CDS. Hello? Any item that contains goods must be entered to IPS and CDS. As for documents, you can only enter that on IPS. Because what we're actually doing, just as Mr. Zoka said, the essence of ECDS is to translate the physical form of or manual form of declaring items to electronic format. We are not doing any different in this regard. It is what you do physically that you are transmitting to electronic format. Remember, you don't declare documents to custom. It is only item that contain goods that you declare to custom. So same thing to IPS. Please, if any item that contain, if you have any item that contain goods, please enter those items to IPS as well as CDS. But those that contain documents, please enter that only on IPS. So changing to IPS, if any item that contain, if you have any item that contain goods, Felix, please enter this item to IPS.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank
you very much, Mr. Abraham, for that clarification. So we have some people that have indicated their interest to ask questions. So we're going to call Labisi Kujore to unmute and ask his question. Please, Olabisi, can you go ahead with your question? You've been asked to unmute.
Oh, my question is on the integrity of transmission in the issue of server. In the case if the server has problem, how do we treat the mess? Because at times,
what do you mean by integrity of?
I'm talking in case server. If there's any issue on the server, how do we then treat the mails?
Yeah. Can I come in now?
Yeah, come in, sir.
Hello, Felix. This thing is echoing.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. In the first instance, once the server is down, you cannot access IPS web. That is number one. And so there's nothing you can do at that level until the server is on. And just as Mr. Zoka has said earlier, I think maybe the director of ICT should weigh in and help us so that we have an inverter, that is the solar inverter there at IMPC. Or if that is not possible, then if we can go on cloud. I think these are the two. If they cannot provide the inverter, I think the best thing is to go on cloud. Maybe they need to pay more. They prefer to pay more on going to cloud than investing on inverter there, because this thing has caused a lot of issue for us as well. So I think maybe the director of ICT should help us out so that they will be able to mitigate this challenge.
Yeah, AB.
The director of ICT, sir.
I think there was a time, thank you very much. There was a time I asked you to give me the cost implication of migrating to cloud. And you said maybe the person who will give you that information is not available as at that time. As for the inverter, I still discussed with the PMG yesterday. You know, the estimate that was given to us by the man that came to look at it is almost 14 million. So it says if there's a way we can get it reduced. But I didn't want a situation whereby we will reduce it to a level where it will affect the quality of what is going to be provided. So that's the challenge. But we are on that inverter. But I also want you to give the cost implication of migrating to the cloud. So let's compare it.
Okay.
Can I come in, sir?
Yeah, you can come in.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think what we need to do is to migrate to ips.pos. And that migration to ips.pos, I think, Abraham, if I'm wrong, you correct me. Apart from the licensing fee, also, when we go to ips.pos, I think we are going to pay per item, each item that is uploaded. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is the trend. Now, it's for us to do our value analysis, either to put the 14 million and do the inverter and believe we have done the absolute cost and stay with the issue of maintenance periodically, or we go to ips.cost, which of course will going to cost us more because they are going to charge us as per items we upload, I think. And I think Mr. Abraham has already gotten that information from the PTC. It's just that maybe if he has not translated it into memo and cost benefit analysis, but I think I've seen that email, he forwarded it. Maybe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's true. It's true. In addition to that, they even request that how many users do we have concurrently? And even the estimate, which is about 200, let's say 200. Because,
Maybe before you continue,
yes, sir.
Director ICT, sir, my attention is needed at the PMG's place, so
Okay.
I will temporarily leave here. If I come back, if we are not through, I will continue. But I'm on.
Okay. Okay, that's all right.
Thank you.
Yeah. AB.
Okay, sir. So hello.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, you know, apart from the charges pay transaction,
Yes.
you discover that even the users itself,
Yeah.
on our IPS or even CDS, we have over 500 users.
Yes.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
And I think the maximum they have is about 150.
Okay.
And so they said that if we are going to use that, maybe let's take maximum of 200 users concurrently at a time.
Yeah.
It will give us a lot of problem in the sense that the cost implication will be overwhelming and we cannot be able to handle that. So they were talking of whether we are using domestic, that is IPMS, of which I said yes. And then now said the best thing is to maybe probably integrate the IPMS with our IPS so that all the data will be sent to whether to IPMS database or something like that before they can be able to, as for the users. So those are the issues. But what I suggest is that the best thing is that let them invest in the solar inverter there. It will cost us less because now, especially EMS, they were saying they can go on cloud or this thing. At the end of the day, Nipost will pay heavily for going there. Rather, the best thing is to invest on the inverter, that is the solar inverter, so that we'll be able to handle the, or maybe because of the cost implication, it costs less to do that of solar than to going on cloud.
Yeah, you see, you have to come out with a paper to compare and let us have the cost benefits of the two this thing. Then even no matter how we go on cloud, for IMPC, the stability we will still have because that is our gateway.
Yes.
Gateway. There's no way we will not still have the use of the land in that place. Abi?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Oh. So
no, all we need to do is for them to have internet. The only thing is that internet there is not really stable. That is another thing. So all we need to have is at IMPC, it's not stable.
Now, if they have internet, if they have internet, you mean all these devices without light, maybe laptops and all these things, will be able to access the cloud because we have desktops there. So how would the desktop operate if there is no light?
Well, that is another thing. Because you know, the essence of going to cloud is to bypass the IPS server.
Yeah.
And once you bypass IPS server,
AB, maybe so that we don't bog down other people on this technical aspect. I think we have to do a paper to compare the costs and effectiveness of this thing. And you should also bear in mind that no matter how we go on cloud, we will still need IMPC as a gateway to be alive.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
So before we go there, after questions, I think we should allow John Egor to make.
Yes. So before we take more questions, we would like to invite the NPI training school, John Egor. I think he's not actually here. So
It was there before.
yes, he was here before, but I think he has gone. No, I think it's network. So let's give Salome an opportunity to ask her question. Salome Hassan. Salome Hassan.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I don't know if you can hear me.
can.
Please, okay. My question is that on the use of this IPS for a postal controller to be able to effectively use them, what is there any platform like the administrative aspect of this for a postal controller to be able to use the platform for a thorough check when going out for a snap check of account?
Mr. Abraham.
Hello. Yeah. The only platform. Hello.
Go ahead, sir.
Hello. The only platform is still this IPS web. The only thing we need to do is to give you username and password for both IPS and CDS so that we'll be able to monitor them. Apart from that, there is another platform that has been opened on WhatsApp, which is QCS IMPC. I hope you are on that platform as well. If you are there, your people normally upload the delivery information there for both IPS and CDS. It is those ones that my people use at IMPC there to monitor the progress of the job done at the counter. So you can still use that same thing or use that same process to monitor them as well. Apart from that, there's no any other platform for monitoring.
Okay, thank you. Shiru, please ask your question. I think this is the last one we are taking for today.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So my question to Mr. Abraham, sir. So I just want to, beg your indulgence, sir. So because our head office doesn't have internet, so our own internet was like once upon a time ago. So we don't have any internet to do. We are just only personal phone to do either the IPS or CDS right now. So I'm just bringing this to your notice so that if there's anything you could do for.
Where's your head office? Your head office is what? Okay. Hello.
Head office.
Your head office is where?
Ota.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Ashiru.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ashiru.
Yes,
okay,
hello, sir.
Okay.
I think the director should
Don't
be
you have a
able to
model?
weigh in because that one is beyond my capacity. Director, sir.
Hello? Yeah. Hello?
You can hear you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You should have a model. You should have a model.
So
there should be a model in your office.
Sir, I don't think we do. We don't. So I've not seen it.
I was a zonal. I was a deputy zonal manager in ICT in charge of Lagos before. So if you don't have a model, except if it is spoiled, you should have a techno tablet. Do you have a techno tablet? Hello? Okay.
Sorry, I don't need to. So thank you very much for for your cooperation. As you all know, I'll be giving the floor to my boss to do the closing remark. But before then, I will just give the mic to Dr. Gabriel to do the vote of thanks. Then my boss will close the program. As you all know, this is a test run of digital platform. From here, we'll be able to know the challenges that we are to face if we are to adopt this method. And at the end of the training, you're going to be seeing a feedback form. Please fill the form and let us know how you feel about this training. And also, when my boss finish, we'll also be giving you maybe 1 or 2 tips on how we want to encourage you. Thank you. So, Mr. Gabriel, please, can you give us the vote? Okay, maybe Oga, go do the closing listen, then Gabriel will do the closing remarks. So you can go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to really thank everyone that connected to this training program and really appreciate you for your patience and endurance. We really appreciate you. I just want you to know that digital lectures or virtual lecture is the way to go. And let us have it at the back of our mind. We are not erasing totally the training in Egor, that's MPI, but as a bridge between the lack of fund or paucity of fund, we will go digital. And I'm assuring you that everything that will benefit when you are physically present in Egor, you shall also benefit through this virtual training. But the next phases will be in a classroom environment whereby we are going to make use of projectors and trainees will gather at that center. And we have such centers in about maybe 4 or 5 places so that at least at the same time, we'll be able to train a lot of people. So I really appreciate you people for your patience, and we are looking forward to your feedback. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you,
So
sir.
thank you very much. I'm going to be doing the vote of thanks on behalf of Dr. Gabriel. I want to thank every one of you for participating. You are very wonderful and you're awesome. About 33 people actually signed up for this training. And unfortunately, we have only about 16 participants that attended. And we have 14 that was about 12 that is consistent. And I want to say a very big thank you to the 12 of you. Salome Hassan. I want to say a very big thank you. Abolari Oluwadami Lola, thank you. Ademola Adebayo, thank you. Ayawale Ashiru, thank you. Miri Ajayi, thank you. Bafemi Onaneye, thank you. And we have the training school director. We also say thank you. We know you are having problem of internet, but we are hoping that the next test, we are going to be able to resolve your internet by that time. Oka for Sylvia, we say thank you. Oladakbo Amoje, thank you. And Honorio de Idio Demise, thank you very much. I hope I didn't murder your name, but we have collected your details, and in the form that you fill, you put your data number. And we want to assure you that we're going to be giving you a little token. It's going to be very small. It may not be in form of a data, but it's going to be in form of a recharge card. So you're just going to manage it just for our thank you. It's a test, and there was no any allocation to that. We have to fund it because I'm the kind of person, I don't really believe that people should just come to a classroom without drinking at least a bottle of mineral. So we are just giving you a bottle of Coke, which is 200 naira recharge card you're going to receive. So thank you and thank you. I'm going to open the platform for every one of you to connect, and if you can exchange pleasantries, fine. If you can also as well log out of the meeting. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. You can return back to your duty posts. So I'm going to unmute everybody. You can be able to unmute yourself, maybe ask questions you want to ask, but in the next 2-3 minutes, I'm going to end the meeting, end the training, and then we'll say goodbye. Thank you. You can turn on your video. The meeting has come to an end. So you can turn your video on. You can also as well go out of the meeting. So I'm going to shut this meeting in the next 2 minutes. Thank you very much.
So once again, so I want to thank the initiator of this program. So you are highly appreciated, sir. So it is highly welcome, and we look forward for more of this. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, John Ogo, how are you? How are you doing? We still hope that we're going to do we are going to do a test run tomorrow also with the logistics solution. For those who have attended, I will also throw the windows of opportunity to you if you really want to still participate. We don't want to be bored. We don't want to bore you. But we also open this channel of discussion tomorrow for logistics solution. We all know very well that we built a logistics solution, and a lot of people don't know what it's all about. We have actually modernized it. We have done a lot of modification on it, and it will be a good opportunity for you also to know what we are doing and what the ICT department has also been able to do all this while. We are not just ICT department, we're not just resting our hands. We are trying to do everything humanly possible to see how we can push Nipost forward in collaboration with other departments. So thank you, and God bless you, and bye for now.